Can you just see where the line is on the wall now? That's because the water's gone down. If the water rose above a certain, see where the brickwork is there now. Before that was a water wheel. You'd open the water wheel. I'll take you down and show you where the tunnels start. They'd open the water wheel. And you see where the grate is there now. The water would come down there. Oh, I'm going to get wet here, but I'm not asked. And you can't probably sit down there. But if you look down there, and the camera probably not pick it up. I'll try and stick my camera in to see it. If you look right down there, they're the lost tunnels. The lost tunnels of Taylor Park. And we've done these tunnels, or part of them. And if you walk this, or crouch this tunnel, you're gonna have to get an echo. You see it? Can't see a lot, but... And you walk these tunnels, that's where you went in. There was never a gate on it then. You'd have to crouch. And I'm going to take you and show you where these tunnels run. I just hope my camera can keep going. I'm following the tunnel now, and it runs all this way. And you can just see where it's... If you get a stick, if you look down there, you see it, the gap. Get a smaller stick, I'll show you. If you get a stick, and push it in, you'll hear it drop, yeah? That's where the tunnel ran to the leg of Mutton Dam over there. But not only that, the tunnel actually runs right down here, right towards the dip, and it branches off along here. Now when we were kids, you see the aerial there, that's a giveaway. You see it there? You can just see it there. Just show you. That's where the tunnel runs along, so you're coming along there, it hits there, and you can just see the dip. It comes down to there, and then shoots all along, and then goes up past the cottages. Then from the cottages, it runs all the way down to the red rocks, and all the way up. When we were kids, we walked it all under there to Leg of Mutton, and we actually went to here. But as you get to here, the tunnel goes smaller, and we didn't fancy crawling on our hands and knees, so we never did it, which is probably sensible really. But that tunnel is still there, and a lot of people don't realise that. That's the hidden tunnels of Taylor Park. And they go all round, up to the red rocks. Unbelievable. You wouldn't know that's there, would you? But I'm going to take you and show you where it comes out. The tunnel, and this is where you're going all underneath here now, and you have to crouch. You can walk it, but you're crouching really hunched up. You're like Quasimodo when you come out. And that's where it went all along here, and where we are now, this is the second dam. No night fishing. And when I was growing up, me and my mates, because we lived at the back of here, was night fishing on here for years. We loved it. We loved it. And I'll show you my famous fishing spot that I always had. But I'll show you where this tunnel leads to. There you go. If you look closely now. the lost tunnels, the tail apart. Whoa! There you go. That's where it came out. And you're still getting a bit of water down there coming through. But that's where you come out. And when you got in the middle, you could just see a little white at the end of the tunnel. It's unbelievable. That's the way we used to walk it. And then this carries on, leading all the water to another little dam over there, which I'll show you. You can walk all around here, you know. I'm going to take you and show you my favourite fishing spot. And if you're wondering where this is now, that brings you out to back where the Saints was, just here on the left, on Thorn Road, Willow Road. But them tunnels, not a lot of people know they're there. Just here now was my favourite spot for at least 3 years when I was 16. Just here. That was my spot many a night. And the reason I had this spot was you wasn't supposed to be on here night fishing. So when you was here, anybody, cars or police cars that came across, parked over there, and you could see them, but they'd never get out of the car and walk round. Trust me, would you? Middle of the night. And we used to always meet up about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, me and my 3 mates, Paul Prescott, Andy Hill, and do night fishing on a Friday night. And we all had our favourite spots. One of my mates was here, he loved that one, and where the guy is over there, he loved that one. So we all kind of split up really. But I'll take you around and show you. And this is what they call Leg of Mutton Dam, and it's called Leg of Mutton because of the shape of the dam. It got called Leg of Mutton. But this was the second overflow from Taylor Park. Now when I was a kid, here was always full of water. That was a runway. You had to really manoeuvre yourself to get round. And here as well, you see how it runs. Whoop. Whoa. But look at the scenery on that. I'm going to keep this running, see how long it keeps running for. What a day for this though. What a day for fishing as well. But look at that view, you just couldn't buy it, could you? Morning! Guys enjoying the fishing, what a day for it though. And if you just see the brook there now, the brook that we followed just runs all the way down, and that goes right down to the other dam near the where the old fire station used to be. Piggy Fletcher's farm just behind it. Now those of you who know Piggy Fletcher, he got his name Piggy Fletcher because he kept pigs. He was a pig farmer at the Donny's farm here, and we got pally with Piggy Fletcher because he used to go the sauna on a Friday with us for about 20 years. And he's a big famous rugby player. He actually played for Wigan, and Piggy Fletcher always wore a wig, but when he played rugby he was bald and everybody had to look twice. And I asked him once, how did you lose your hair, Jeff? And he said, because he played that many good games for Wigan, when he came off the pitch, everybody used to pat him on the head. Well done, Jeff, well done. And that's how he got a bald head, because everybody patted his head that much. Whether that's a true story, we don't know. But yeah, just following it round now, and like I say, that was Piggy Fletcher's. Morning, guys.
Hi.
Thank you. But what a day for sat out here fishing, you know. Well, there's the view. That's why they call it the leg of mutton, because it's shaped like a leg. And you know what, it's nice on one of these walks that you're not fighting bramble or... And I'll tell you a funny tale about night fishing on here that my mate stitched me up one night, good style. Little bridge here, been replaced. This used to be a wooden bridge, obviously long gone. But you see how the water, they all run into each other or off each other. And you see where it runs there? Yeah. And that's Little Mill Dam, which I'll show you. But yeah, one night, like I said, me and my mates used to come night fishing on here. We used to always meet up at 9 o'clock because of work commitments and things. Anyway, one night I got here about 9 o'clock, set up just before it's going dark. None of my mates turned up. Now, you didn't have mobile phones in them days. The only phone you had was at home. And I was sat right over there in my favourite peg. And my mum and dad used to always say to me, if you go night fishing, don't come back at 2 in the morning knocking us up. If you're out night fishing, you're out for the night. So 10 o'clock come, still no sign of them. 11 o'clock come, still no sign of them. And I hung out till 12 o'clock, and still no sign of them. So I didn't know what to do really. I couldn't go home because I didn't have a house key. I had to stick it out. And I stuck it out and I was on my own, and there was nobody else on this lake that night. And I tell you what, when you're on your own and you hear a few funny noises. Anyway, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was sat over there, chilling out. And we always took a couple of beers with us. I actually seen a white shadow appear on this car park, and it walked all the way around here. And I followed it all the way around there. And it went to there, and then I lost track of it. And then I seen it walk all the way back down here. And it went down here. And then I followed it with my eyes. It went down here. And when it got to the corner, it disappeared. And I tell you what, the grey lady did come to mind that night. That's where they walked down there, and as they got to the corner, it disappeared. And I was absolutely sat in my chair, and I didn't move a brick. And all of a sudden, somebody jumped at the back of me, and you should have seen me jump. It was only my two mates with a bloody white sheet over their head walking round. And I tell you what, I did shit my pants that night. It was one of the most daunting, frightening experiences when you see it. Your eyes tell you one thing and your mind tells you something else. Like I say, one time there's gates on here, there's still a gate on it now. And I'm going to keep walking it. And that's leg of Mutton Dam, and then that leads onto here. This is why they call it the Three Lakes. Little Mill Dam, and that was this the third lake, sorry, with an overflow. If you look where the new houses used to be, that used to be Triple X right over there, and the water used to run down, sorry, into Mill Dam, and this was little Triple X lake. And many years ago they used to feed water off this to cool the glass plants over there. And I used to always mum saying, do not go in any of them lakes, because if you open them fans to let the water out, they'll suck you in. So I never went paddling or anything in these lakes. Went fishing, but that always stuck in my mind as well. And again, all these gates are locked. All the anglers have keys for them. But I know what you're saying, this is not a railway walk. No, it's not. But it finishes on a railway walk, which I'm going to show you now. From my last vlog when I did the Eccleston branch line. But what a good day for fishing, you know. Some of the old little huts still fenced in, which is nice to see, preserving them. Where we're walking now takes you to Triple X. And like I said, Eccleston Hall Estate, opened 1893, added to over the years. Mr. Broom designed it on the Eccleston Hall ground, and the earliest date, it dates back to 1374, Taylor Park. Samuel Taylor died in 1820. His nephew took over 1834 and built Taylor Park and a lot of the cottages by the stone from the quarry in Taylor Park as well. So a bit of history there for you as well. 47 acres he sold to the council, valuing about £7,000. That was on the 13th of May 1893. A few little dates for you off the top of my head. 1926, the Little Dam in Taylor Park turned into a paddling pool. They built the boathouse in 1930. 37, a load of tennis courts was built, and the Pilkington family donated some land to it as well. 1970, the new calf was built. So just a few dates there for you. But what a lot of history there. And we're actually passing Piggy Fletcher's now. I'll show you Piggy Fletcher's. A guy that I've known for 30 years, sadly before he passed away, every Friday in the sauna. This was his mum and dad's house. Harry Taylor will remember his dad. His dad used to come and collect all the old food from Alina House for his pigs. And his dad was a bouncer at Alina House ballroom. And here's his pig farm. Piggy Fletcher's pig farm. Still here. Don't think there's any pigs on it. Might be wrong. Private property, not going. But yeah, they're still here. There's one having a rest. One there. So yeah, they still look after them, which is good. Still Piggy Fletcher's. The building, they're obviously doing something to it. It's in better days, but. And you're wondering where the railway walk comes in. Well, where we're walking down now, this is the railway walk. You see the new houses there? That was Triple X. Pilkington's glass was just over there. And the line used to go right into Triple X. And it used to run down here, right down here. And this is the route we're following to finish off the walk. Yeah, or a mountain bike is ideal, you know, fit in the park and stuff. St Helens allotment still here. Again, something else the council cannot touch. A nice walk this morning, no fighting bramble or anything. And if you look down, there's a bit of ballast here, but under the ballast, old stone cobbles are still here. And you're probably wondering, there's a bit of an arch in these columns. Like I said, the lost tunnels of Taylor Park, they all run into each other. you know. Now the railway line would have gone where that new car park is there now. And that's what run along to the Eccleston branch line. Again, all new houses now. For all you Saints fans, I remember the back end of here. The old terraces facing the allotments that the council can't touch. Again, there would have been like a little bridge here, all filled in, but ran that way, and that's where it ran to Triple X. Still some of the old wall left, you just about see it. We've kept some of the old wall, but that's where the line ran. Right over there is where I came off on Dun Riding Lane. Took you right up there, right up to down Dun Riding Lane to the Birding Hand. But that's it on Mark's Railway Trails. I hope you enjoyed it. Taylor Park, a lot of history there, a lot of memories, and a lovely walk this morning. And now I'm going to walk it all the way back and head home. So for all those Eccleston lads, you'll remember this. And Taylor Park, like I said, me and my mates' backyards growing up as kids. And Samuel Taylor, thank you very much for Taylor Park. Really appreciate what you've done and left it to the people of St Helens. If you get a chance, come and walk it. Come and see the model guys. Nice for them to invite me, especially one who's followed all my walks, so he'll love this. But yeah, Samuel Taylor, could it be Harry Taylor's great granddad? Just possibly, because when I looked at the picture of Samuel Taylor, Harry Taylor did have a bit of a look of him actually. So I think Harry's been keeping that quiet, that he's a bit of royalty. But Harry will keep that under his chest because he doesn't want everybody to know he's got blue blood. Anyway, that's it for today on Mark's Railway Trails. Watch the video, get a brew, enjoy it, but keep the secret tunnels, Taylor Park, to yourself. Because if you let it out, the grey lady might just come and find you. Till next time, enjoy on Mark's Railway Trails.